I've called directly, Lake County Fire Department, and if anybody would have broken a window, it would have just done, oof. Doesn't build up inside. It's awful. It's scary.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. We all stand for the Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Hunt.
Present.
Mr. Bartley.
Here.
Mr. Minor.
Here.
Fellas, have you had an opportunity to review the minutes from October 3rd, 2013?
I have, sir, and I move a motion that they be approved as presented.
And I'll second that.
You'll stand approved as presented, Pat. We have to have the nicest minutes in the entire county.
Thank you. I'll take that. I need that. I need that. It's probably overkill, but I'd rather overkill than underkill.
So what do you have for?
Oh,
On a fire contract.
That's probably, okay, minutes, grassroots, the development thing, did everybody understand that was from Ted Harold from the meeting
Right.
the other night?
I thought he would have asked different questions.
Yeah, it's a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's all right.
Well, he's new at that, so maybe he'll just have to get his feet wet.
Well, if we just look it over and then we'll come up with something, maybe send them a letter down.
The medical life and disability insurance renewal information is in there. I haven't thoroughly studied it because it came and it was a lot to copy, but I thought you needed that. There's a 15.7% increase.
And that's just the beginning.
Yep.
Had a conversation with Joyce for about a half hour.
Oh, yeah, after
2014, 2015, look out.
really.
Because that's when all the rest of the Affordable Care Act kicks in.
And I don't know what that means, but
Means we're gonna pay more.
yeah,
Gee,
if something doesn't change, huh?
Right, as it stands right now.
Hmm.
So it's like, aye.
Yeah, and I don't know whether benefits changed or not. Like I say, I just received it.
Well, she said we were fortunate because the renewal date was this year and not next year.
We didn't change that thing.
Right. So I said we probably wouldn't take.
Will that lock it
action
in for a year? They can't up it then if we
No,
lock it
we'll
in?
lock it in for another year and we're
Okay, that's
okay.
good.
But this time next year, we'll be singing a different tune on stuff.
The only thing I didn't get was the dental and the vision. But she had, these weren't to be mailed out as you saw until October the 24th, but she had it, so she sent it to us
Right.
so we could review it, but,
She said as long as we act on it in November, we'll be fine.
okay, well, I copied everything she sent to me for you guys. Yes, and what we do have to deal with is the new Waterford Fire contract. And Bob can take it from here.
Well, it's a summary of what we discussed in executive session, so it's pretty straightforward. It's from, May 1st through December 31st,
Right.
the sum of $23,000. So I guess they've been working without a contract, which is a good thing.
Yeah, well, they know that we're gonna get the money, but it's
Well, they don't buy a fire truck.
Yeah, and then what Bob is saying, that it will renew now in January, not at the end of April.
Right,
So-
and that was something that Shane, I guess the mayor's changing when the dates come due, so that they can budget better down whatever.
Yeah,
Roofing
fiscal,
and
fiscal,
dust.
better off
Yeah.
anyhow, so.
As long as I don't,
So you need a
where it could come
resolution for
in,
that?
Right.
where it could come into play for me is until we get that first tax collection in at the first of the
Right.
year, I may not have I may not, depending on if we have.
Well, we're gonna have to watch the renewal because Letonia historically done a 3-year contract. Columbiana does a 1-year contract.
Right,
New Waterford's talked about a 3-year.
but they're all due and payable in the first quarter,
Right, so,
and we don't collections till in April, so we'll have to see where that
Right.
lies. I won't know that tonight, of course, but,
I'll move that motion, Pat.
okay, thank you.
Second.
Resolution number 97. And the purchase order number is 35. You all understand what this is, we don't need to talk about it anymore, do we?
fire contract?
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah. Second?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Hunt?
Yes.
Mr. Garwood?
Yes.
Mr. Minor?
Yes.
We adopted on 10/17/2013. That is,
Do we need to sign it?
oh, you don't need this, do you?
No, there's 3 of them. And we keep one.
Right. The insurance companies are going wacko about now. It's all just changes, huh? So I bet the insurance companies are just as crazy as well.
Why, it's gonna be tougher and tougher to stay in business. It's like when Medicare first came about, you had all these little companies that wanted to jump in and make some money. Same thing's happening now. And then once the dust settles, most of them go to the wayside because they can't handle it.
It's confusing to know what to do.
And it's up to you guys, she offered to come to a meeting if you wanted her to come. Want me to ask her?
It'd have to probably be, I don't know how much you got going next meeting, but what about the following one? Or do you want time to think about that? Do you have anything going on next
Well,
meeting?
my attitude is it is what it is. I
Yeah.
don't know if, she couldn't come tonight because she had to be somewhere else, but it is what it is.
Well, I think I could, if we look over it, and if we really have any glaring questions, maybe we could have her call, but, like you said, with the rate, what are we gonna do?
I don't think she's gonna change it, it's not gonna change anything.
No.
I didn't look to see, like I say, I just received that, and I really haven't read it. I didn't look to see if deductibles and everything are all the same or not, or what's happening there. Mel has the comments,
That's something
look
because
at.
that happened last year when the maximum amount of pocket went up. I
Yeah.
had to meet the amount that had changed only for the month of December.
And then
Because
start over.
renewal date and calendar year are different.
Then you had to start over.
Yeah,
Mel has the original contract in his office. I don't keep one. I just,
Right.
they have it here because they would
Yeah.
refer to that more than I would.
right. So if anybody needs to look at it, I have it.
Well, let's look it over and then we'll kind of go from there. Do you have anything else, Pat?
No, I don't, thank you.
Mel?
I've actually been really busy putting a lot of pipe in. We installed 510 feet of 12-inch and 3 catch basins on Camelot Drive. Kind of started out with some driveway replacements that were rusted out because the driveways were going to be blacktopped, and ended up piping the ditch on Camelot that goes down over the hill It's been a continuous erosion problem. Of course, the property owner paid for pipe and catch basin, we just had to install it. Put 60 feet of driveway culvert on Kelly Park for Jesse Shawn, which you have a permit for. Took down the trees on Esterly Drive with timber lines that went well. We were there on site, township chipped up all the brush, removed all the debris and wood, removed the stumps, and general cleanup. And then the next day, or later, at a later day, we replaced the cross culvert, used 70 feet of 12-inch
Cross culvert over,
at Esterly Drive in front of Valley Golf.
okay, and 70 feet
70 feet.
of the
yes.
12 inch?
24 there.
Oh, what's this?
These two are 12s.
Okay.
That's 24. Got all of our grading around the inlets and outlets there, and that's all done out there. That project's complete with as far as this tree removal and the culvert replacement, so. Good. Been continuing to do some mowing in between all that pipe work. And I received the balance of the ashes that I ordered, bringing the total to 506 tons.
That's not the grindings, but the cinders.
Exactly, from Belmont Aggregate. Okay. The copier from Rico was delivered yesterday. They wanted to come hook it up today, but I stalled them off because the window guys, as you noticed, showed up today. So he's going to come tomorrow and set that up so we can demo that copier. Because they're more or less done in that room. We're going to move to another one, like I said, and kind of work in stages. So I kind of filled you in what was going on with the windows. They just said they want to get the IFAS up and keep the building secure. That's the reason they're going in stages like that. They're going to board it up and keep it secure as they move through the building. I received a call from Crystal Boggs. If you remember, she was here several months ago about a marathon run. It's called the Halloween Half Marathon. And it's to be held on Sunday, October 27th at 7 a.m. start time. She was just checking to make sure we were still going to be able to provide her with some barricades at the appropriate intersections that affect our township roads. So I'm asking you guys if that's still going to be okay. And I personally am not going to be in town that weekend, so is it okay if I delegate that to the crew to tell them what needs to be done where and have them set them up?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That's why you're the boss.
I just wanted to make sure. Plan on being at the Ohio State Penn State game the night before, so.
Good for you.
My brother-in-law lives down there, so me and Kirkland are going to stay there after the game. So, and then I just need a couple POs, some more pipe and catch basins.
Quaker
One for pipelines and one for Quaker.
pipelines is how much?
3,000 for pipelines and 1,500 for Quaker.
1,500 for Quaker, and then one's for culvert, one's for catch basins, or they?
Yeah,
This is catch basins?
pipelines is pipe,
Mhm.
Quaker's catch basins.
Yeah.
A few more pipe jobs to do there.
Let's see what we really want.
Your motion today?
Yes, just give me 1 second. It'll be resolution number 2013-98. PO number is 36 and 37. Mel's requesting, I'm going to put them together on one resolution. POs for pipe and catch basins, as you just said, pipelines 3,000 for culverts, and Quaker City 1,500 for catch basins. If you would, please.
So move.
Second.
Bob,
Yes.
Carl,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
I'm good.
good.
Yep, I'm done.
Okay. Kim?
Okay. Well, obviously the cover's in, but not in, right? That's where we're at. And Comcast did get back to me. Remember we talked about looking at other avenues? They're putting together a package, so I don't have an answer yet, but I should have one soon. You know, that's Frank was really helpful, but he delegated us, and they're going to give us a bunch of options. They started asking questions I didn't know the answer to, so I said, just give us all kinds of different options. You know, like, do you want phone? Do you not? And I'm like, just let me know. So I will have more information for you later, but don't have anything. Other than that, busy, but nothing alarming, just normal ending, you know, season ending type of things. And we possibly will have 2 applications for conditional use and or variance, one of each, on next month's agenda. They're in process for next week. So it's my only question. Will my office be, I will always be able to use it, correct?
Yeah,
Because
I've
I'm
only asked to
actually,
stay functional.
okay, and if not, if everything just gets moved, that's fine, just give me that. Because I, knock on wood, if all goes well, I plan to have a really busy day next Wednesday. So I will need to, because if I have to process out 2 applications, I have to be able to do that.
No, that's, like I said, that,
Okay.
I think they're gonna be, within the next day, they'll be done over there.
Okay.
As done as they're gonna be for a
Well,
little
and I
bit.
understand, they're gonna have to make a mess at some point, we're gonna have to let them, but like I said, next Wednesday would not be the day to say, oh, I can't get your office. So, and the zoning commission will meet then on November 4th. That is their required quarterly. It's been on the agenda for a while, but just to remind everyone. And again, assuming both those applications do come to fruition, which I have a reason to believe they will, the zoning board of appeals will meet on the 5th. And that's all I have.
Let me ask you this. What's our first meeting date?
The
The
7th?
7th. My tape recorder went kaflooey, so I have to take this home. So you'll have to remind me to bring it back so you'll have one.
Oh, okay.
Unless I can find another one. I'm hoping they can still carry that type.
Yeah, we bought that Radio Shack in
Yeah,
town.
I'll maybe just run out and see if I can get another one. I don't like dragging it back and forth. My other one quit. And I had to come and get this one. And I
Hey,
don't
I
like
noticed it was
taking.
missing the other day. It's funny you say that. I think I saw something on your desk and I thought, where is that?
Yeah, I came in.
No offense, I didn't sound the alarm because I couldn't imagine anyone would have stolen it.
I use it a lot by stopping
Yeah.
and rerunning it, and
Right.
I'm sure it's just
What did it?
wore out, like it's on it. Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that's all I have.
Pat, but don't you like it when I guess they sign their name?
And so we can read it?
Janet.
And I actually, for a change, know that one. Sometimes I don't know it at
She's a
all.
nurse, not a doctor.
Well, this will be my 3rd time coming before you to ask if you would help us close the road so that we can do our Rebel Run 5K race. It's scheduled for November 23rd. Race time is at 8:30. We're going to keep the route the same as last year. Close right there, our bus garage entrance to Crestview, right in front of the school, and then also at Crestview and Kirk, and then, Kirk. And then out towards 558, out past your place.
Yeah, that short road. and up.
Yeah, up around, not all the way to 558, we don't go quite that far, and then come back. And really, you know, we got some fast runners, you know, it's really only about an hour that we need it closed, maybe hour and a half tops.
It's hard to believe a year's gone by. It seems like you were just here like maybe 6, 7 months ago.
You know, time flies.
A sign of the holiday season when Janet shows up for her run.
We're almost done with our first 9 weeks in school.
So you want a motion to that effect, Pat?
I think that's what we've done
In the
before.
past, yeah.
And you'll still need some help with barricades like we've done in the past too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll go nominal.
Yeah.
I know you came out, that was very nice.
Yeah. So we'll do the same.
We have Lily Coleman come.
Well, is,
He's been coming for us too and helps.
I'll move the motion to that effect, Pat.
Okay.
now second that.
2013 99. Do you have one piece of paper that I can have to copy
Sure.
from, please? Mr. Hung,
Yes.
Mr. Garwood,
Yes.
Mr. Minor.
Yes.
Anything else? Okay. Wow. Carl, that was easy.
I have nothing.
Barry?
Just a few things. I've got that signed contract, I got Andy's signature in there, that's the originals right there, Pat, for all of the stuff for the roadway project out there that Mel met with him yesterday and got the signatures back from Central, so that is everything that we need.
That's the one.
That's the
for Bob.
original, yes.
Is this our copy? Where's it go?
The only thing that needs to happen now is that one sheet has to be recorded. There's that one piece in
Have
there.
to take it to Lisbon again?
Yeah, that has to be recorded. It's,
Is this for us, or is this one that goes to,
that's ours.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Those
it's
two.
the contractor, supplier, surety affidavit, I think.
Yeah.
But the insurance is in there, their workman's
so I just
comp.
take it to Lisbon to the recorder's office and they
Yeah,
record?
have them file that.
They don't keep, do they keep a copy? I've never done that before.
Well, they'll keep the original.
Oh, so I better be,
So have a copy and they'll give you a printout. and
so I'll copy everything except that one and they'll give me that.
And I give them a self-addressed return envelope so they can mail it back to me.
And I talked to Central today. I advised them that their deadline for that contract is November 15th. All that work has to be done prior to the 15th, so.
Central Allied
Yes,
by 11:15.
yes.
They out there now?
Because it kind of gave Mel a runaround yesterday and saying about, so I talked to Durbin because I was reading through the stuff last night. And I said, Bob, I didn't have time to look at the contract itself, or the bids itself, but November 15th is their time frame to be done.
I
So
read that and I didn't know what that.
I reminded the contractor this morning and he didn't know if we would catch that. But, oh yeah, we're going to get all that stuff ordered. We'll be out there. So,
Okay.
so,
Well, it's contingent on getting the money if it's not, isn't it? Or is that stretching it?
yeah.
It's stretching it?
What do you mean, Pat?
Well, I thought it had to be done before, for the money to kick in.
Yeah. Phoenix slag. Any opportunities to get any more slag for this year with any of them guys? We could maybe stockpile some now, or did it all went to the wayside?
Phoenix doesn't have any, they have 8s, but it's $28 a ton. Right. They do not have any 600.
Okay.
They're hoping to be online to process it. They're trying to put up a plan to process the raw material up there. They're hoping to have that online to process for next season. And that Anthony Gentile, who we got the millings from, via R&J, I spoke to him about, when I talked to him about the millings, what's going on over there. Is that ever going to make anything? He hopes to keep making it and get ahead. But I haven't heard anything more about it since then. I said, well, if you're able to process it and make it, you call and let me know.
Okay. Yeah, I was just kind of curious as.
I'm with you. If
Right.
a chance comes, we need to get it.
The last thing is, I had a phone call from Susan Kirkland today, and she was wondering about the railroad crossing out on Esterly, as to where we were at with that. I said, well, we're going to have a meeting tomorrow evening, and I know we are still looking at it and discussing it. Looking at it down through there, it has to be posted for 2 weeks. This says consecutive. Meeting must be advertised at least 2 weeks consecutive. Is that every day, or is it just 2 weeks?
Once a week.
I would say it's
Once a week.
like we did with the road project, I believe.
Okay. So,
2 times, 2 consecutive weeks.
yeah. And placed in a public location, which we'd probably just put it right on the door out front, right?
Yep, and whenever you give me, we can also put it on the website, if you have like a.
So they're still curious about that, I just wanted to bring it up to the board.
It's in the works. It's in the works.
Yes, so I think we can take a breath and maybe discuss it at our next meeting. But it's,
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they're done by the 15th,
right,
because this is the 16th.
That's only one, I know.
yeah.
You're speaking of, she's with the Railroad Commission, right?
Susan Kirkland, I think she's just administrative assistant or something down there, Pat.
Yeah.
So I dug out.
She's the one I spoke with once too.
So it's pretty clear, just the posting, and then she had said that they would even come up during that meeting and field any questions.
Well, we probably need to, because we haven't had much discussion on, in the event we do that, what crossing are we going to do?
We're going to do that this year? This year?
She had said that they have the funding appropriated for this year. So I think their wishes are to have it done by the end of the year. So, yeah, but she said that they would be more than willing, if they knew in advance, they could schedule their calendars and they would be more than glad to attend the public hearing, which I think would be a good thing to have. That's all I have.
I do have one more thing.
Okay.
When Mel bought the asphalt grindings through Anthony Gentile or T or however you pronounce that, it was to be $5,000 for us, which, and we got a bill for that. But I want to be able to do something on this bill. It just says 20 loads of grindings at $250 a ton, a load, which is $5,000. I have no tickets or anything, so I'm asking Mel to put, if it's okay with you guys, to put on here that it is for. What I wrote on the check is 20 loads of asphalt grindings, $250 a load, product and hauling. Grindings were milled off State Route 11 and brought directly to Fairfield Township. I have no tickets, nothing to go with this. I've never paid a bill like that.
Wow, what do you need, Pat?
I'm not sure, that's what I'm asking. What do you think we should
Why don't
do?
we call them? I mean, is there tickets?
No, because it wasn't scaled. You know, it was right off the milling machine. So it was right from the road into the dump truck to the shop, to our stockyard. Now, I had Nate in the loader right there physically counting the loads and stacking them up. We got the 20 loads we were supposed to.
So you're satisfied the invoice is accurate?
Oh, yes, yeah, for sure.
But I would feel better if we do something with this invoice if they'd ever look at it. I don't know if they will, but I don't
What, do you want a
want.
resolution, or? I mean, is that what you're asking us?
I'm asking for whatever you think was necessary to keep us clean. Because I've never had this situation, and I'm not trying to pick on anybody. Don't take me wrong, Mel knows that. Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I just want to keep us out of hot water.
Why would we be in hot water?
Well, there's nothing to support this.
I know other towns, Unity got them,
Did they?
and have gotten them in the past, Salem Township.
So they're all doing it.
Yeah. Now, how they're handling it, I don't know.
You do a daily timesheet for the guys, Mel?
Yeah.
Could you just attach that timesheet that Nate was there and he was stacking the grindings that day and counted the 20 loads? Or how many loads that it was, and we could attach that to the invoice, Pat?
Well, whatever, I don't know what to think. What I did, like I say, what I did put on the check was that the grindings were milled off State Route 11 and brought directly to Fairfield Township. I didn't say they weren't, anything else, but that is
Yeah,
how
but we
that
had an
works.
employee present counting the load.
Right.
I think if you just attach his daily timesheet to it in the description of what he was doing that day for the grindings for R&J, I mean, that's what we have. It's not like they just came and dumped and nobody's seen what was
Right.
going on.
No, that's why I had him physically there to count
Right.
the loads and make sure
Yeah,
we were
it's been
getting.
verified, so.
Yeah.
Add, oh, so just attach a timesheet
I think so.
And some explanation that we actually had an employee there
on site, yeah.
verifying that that quantity was correct.
Need a motion to that effect, Pat?
I really don't think, I think I can just, I will just do everything like I normally do. I'll just attach it to my copy of the check and so forth. It may never even be looked at, but I just.
Well, just so there's an explanation.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, Mel will give me that then.
All right, our next meeting is in 3 weeks.
Right. Oh, I wonder if I did enough checks, because I need payroll checks.
I'll be in town, Pat, if you need something.
Where's the check? I forget how many I did. I only have 7. I didn't think to bring more. I have enough to pay the guys, which they will have to do theirs on, or they will get theirs on, as always, on the right date.
So that'd be the 7th, Bob?
Our next meeting is the 7th. And I'll be around, Pat, if you need.
Okay.
Yeah, if you need signatures,
Well,
just let me know.
I guess my question is, I had the payroll for the guys will be on the 1st. So they will be paid then. Is it okay if everybody, the rest of us wait till the 7th to get our checks, or do you want to, Kim, do you want yours before then?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thanks,
Is
Bob.
it okay just to get the payroll? Okay,
Okay.
okay. Well, I don't want to make anybody late. I mean, I can do either one.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
And the 4 meetings that remain for the rest of the year, we're gonna leave those dates in and maybe have a meeting at the end of the year, the 5th one.
Probably will need that, Bob's. Okay, so we meet on the 7th and the 21st, right?
Right.
And then again on the 5th and the 19th. And most likely one at year end.
Because the railroad crossing hearings probably ought to be like November 21st or December the 5th, because all that construction should be completed by then.
You mean for the 344th?
Yeah, public hearing.
The public
So at the
hearing
next
is one of the
meeting,
necessary
yeah.
steps, huh?
We can talk about that, because normally the first meeting of each month is fairly busy.
I know. And especially it will be after 3 weeks.
Yeah, the 7th will be busy. Okay. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
How many runners did you have last year?
120? 120?
120?
Wow.
Wow.
Always hoping for more.